Hey everybody, Tony G and Little Joan here on a Piney podcast. My cool shades are not cool shades. I actually went to the eye doctors and they had to do that dilating thing where it makes you light sensitive for a few hours. So I've got these things in because the glare on the screen is really bright. So I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything was fine. Joan, of course, is very confused as always, but she's a dog. Anyhow, let's get into it, South Jersey. Let's get into it. If I hit the wrong button here, you know why. Okay, beer virus. We're looking at 400 new cases, 10 deaths. None of them were from today. These are reported deaths from earlier in August. You know, again, I don't know how this isn't news or why it's taking so long to identify someone who dies of the beer virus. Like, why does it take 2 weeks to identify, yes, this person died of the beer virus? What is happening? If someone dies, don't they know within the day what they died of if they were slowly suffocating and drowning in their own fluids? I mean, how do they not know this? It's very suspicious to me that we're getting these reports. Oh, 10 deaths today. Oh, but they weren't today. It's like, well, what the hell, man? Something wrong. Something wrong with that. The virus transmission rate is 1.05. Murphy doesn't even seem worried about it anymore. Not a lot of happy news going on, except there's a Jiffy Lube proposed for Magnolia. So I guess that's something. I thought there was one there. But maybe I'm thinking of the one on 30 that's closer to that Walmart. If you know what I mean. That really fancy diner that has gone through like 5 owners. I think you know the one I mean. Now it's like the Foxlight Tavern or something. In political news, party registration and primary results show Democratic momentum in New Jersey. I think that's wishful thinking, insider New Jersey. I really do. But, you know, I guess you need something to hold on to. In 3rd District, Democratic incumbent Amby Kim run unopposed. But the 79,000 votes he received was 20,000 more than the total cast in the hotly contested Republican primary between David Richter and Kate Gibbs. Well, there's not as many Republicans in New Jersey. But, you know, I guess that shows some enthusiasm. But these are all primaries, so who cares? And Andy Kim was the incumbent. Incumbents usually win. In District 1, incumbent Democrat Donald Noel Cross, ran unopposed again. But the 94,000 votes he received was more than double the total Democratic votes cast in 2018 when Noel Cross faced 2 primary opponents. Well, that means everybody voted for him because nobody put up a really good challenge. I don't really see this as much of anything. But in North 11th District, both parties field primary contests with 5 candidates in each in 2018. This year, Democratic incumbent Mike Sherrill and Republican Rosemary Beachy both ran unopposed. Yeah, so they're high. I don't see what the big deal is, but anyhow, if you were looking for a shred of hope, Democrats, there it is. The governor gave the green light for outdoor sports in the fall. Well, it's about freaking time. So, good. I mean, it's outside with healthy people. I don't think people with compromised immune systems are running around playing football and soccer. It's just me. Apparently, FBI is seeking possible victims of accused. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but you can probably see it. He's done terrible things to women, apparently. Or he's being accused. He's a suspect. I should be wary of saying suspect. And the FBI is seeking anyone, if you recognize him, who has forced women into unconsensual activity, if you know what I mean. So, if you know someone, there you go. And finally, daylight shooting in downtown Trenton's a city 25th homicide this year. That's It's not good. You know, New Jersey cities aren't getting the brunt of what's happening in the rest of the country, mostly because I think Antifa is afraid to operate here because they'll be brought up on terrorism charges, but that doesn't mean things are good. You know, I had somebody in the comments say, oh my God, New Jersey sounds terrible. It's not, really. I love New Jersey. I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but I guess I did. You know, the problem with New Jersey has always been our politicians. They're pretty corrupt, and they're mostly up north. The north runs everything because that's where all the money is. South Jersey is mostly farms. It's rural, suburbia. It's nicer. It's a nicer balance, and we actually had a movement back in the 70s to split the state in half, North and South Jersey, which would have been great. We'd be more like Delaware if we were split from North Jersey. But of course, North Jersey didn't want to split us because, you know, their insanely high property taxes and car insurance would have went through the roof. So they need us to kind of balance it out. So we're probably paying a lot higher in terms of taxes and car insurance simply because we're still connected to North Jersey. And really, there's no reason that we can't split things up. California, I supported California being split up in the 6 states. I think that's a something that they're going to have to revisit. I really do. Smaller is better, you know. It's a shame, you know. There are too many people who, I guess, are greedy and want to control more things. But anyhow, tune in later because if it all works out, I think I finally accumulated the props for a sketch I've been working on for about a week, and I'm going to try to shoot it and edit it tonight. So look for that later in the day. We'll see you next time, Pineys.